Good afternoon. Oops. Hey everybody, it is Sunday, April 8th, just afternoon Eastern Time. So it is time for more Final Fantasy XIV. Welcome to Silkard's Lair. White Mage leveling. We're getting it started here. Just waiting for the screen to come up. So I believe we logged out in the Manderville. Yep, that music would indicate where you logged out in the Manderville. Because they're selling off cards. Because we need space. Okay. I'm just going to get right into it. Already picked up lottery. Average wait time is less than 5 minutes. It will probably actually be less than 1 minute. Oh, but while we're waiting, guess we're not waiting. Guess we don't have to wait. Awesome. Copperbell Mines. Who's new? Tank and DPS are new. Tank and one of the DPS are new. Go get it. Good. Valley's pulling. Paladin knows what they're doing, so that's cool. not sure how you... Oh, okay. I'm just not quite sure how you level up past 30 and have never run this dungeon before. I mean, obviously it's possible. And I just leveled up and never did the main story quest. Because I'm pretty sure Copperbell Mines is... No, you have to run Stasha for main story quest. But this one could be completely bypassed, I guess. Because, I mean, in theory, what you could do is you could just, you could do main story quest up till 16. And then at that point, you get the leveling roulette. So if you're a tank or a healer, or you just don't care about waiting on your DPS, you could essentially stand in one place and just do that. And not have to worry about the main story quest at all. Up to 50 anyway. Because at 50 you'd have to done the main story quest up through Realm Reborn, the original, to get into the Heavensward parts. Because you can't do any Heavensward quests until you've completed the main story quests up to that point. As we saw the other day, when we had 50 on White Mage, and it said, oh, in order to complete more quests, you have to do this. Have a copy of Heavensward and do this particular quest. Well, that particular quest is part of the main story. Okay, there's your fire sand. Load the fire sand. Pull the trigger. Ta-da! Okay, and now time for the boss. Super easy, as I'm guessing it's like everybody has gear that's above the level of this. Black Mage, I'm guessing, is actually closest to this level. Asmodeus Dracul. Given that they have a single-handed Black Mage. Wait, no, he'd be at least 30 because he's Black Mage. She's already getting that. Okay, healed Pally, wait for Blessing Cap, and kill him. Ta-da! Now, in theory, what you could do is if you have a lot of space and if you have a lot of space in your armory. Hail, Denny. How's your Sunday going? Oh, okay. Yeah, I had to stop displaying that helmet. That jester cap was silly. Head chill out there. No, when a higher level pally is in these low dungeons, the healer basically becomes another DPS, a secondary DPS. I'm having to toss out like maybe a heal a fight. Oh, you got to the Golden Saucer? Yeah, that's one you can, that's one place you can really easily bypass. Because it's not necessary for the main story quest. I stumbled across it by accident. Because I was running across Ul'dah and just saw like that there was an extra quest, and I was like, oh, what's this? And I wanted to know how to get there anyway. I don't need those. Yeah, every worker there is dressed like a bunny. Except for the vendors themselves, like the people behind the counters. Everyone else is dressed like a bunny. Don't forget your lottery tickets. The Cacpot board. Back to Dragonhead. Yeah, we better repair. Better talk to a mender. Join. Commence. Depending on what we get, we might hit 54 here in this dungeon. Hatali. Nice. Our machinist says Peloton. New Crystal Home Place has bunny curls. Oh, you set your home at the casino? At the Golden Saucer? I used to set my home like, basically the same way this is basically the same way I did in WoW. If I was going to be there for more than an hour, then I just changed the location. Especially since you don't have to run to flight plates or anything, you can just use some cash to teleport wherever you want. But if you're going to spend a lot of time in the casino, there's no point in not having your home set there. Because I mean, you got Triple Card Triad, you got Verminion, you got Chocobo Racing, you have the mini Cacpot 3 times a day, big Cacpot 3 times a week, mini games. It's one of those, like, it's a really good place if you just want to take a break from leveling. And there's a fair amount of achievements set with it, or associated with it. Not line of sight. They figure. Ta-da! Fight's over. Accomplish something in life. That is a low goal for accomplishment already. Iron Sabatons. Figure I'm gonna start grabbing low-level pally gear now. Considering the speed at which we're going through White Mage. The insta-Qs do not hurt. Need to start getting some piety food. Nah. Nope, no jealousy here. I got my room for my free company. Which, funny enough, I realized I have, like, no furniture. So I got a room in my free company's house, and then had nothing to put in it. Oh, he stunned it. Where are you guys going? This way. Oh, farming MGP. There's a couple different ways you can do that. Triple Card Triad gives you MVP. Chocobo Racing gives you MVP. I think Verminions gives you MVP. There's the mini games, but they're not... Time-wise, they're not as efficient. If you have like a good start on MGP, like when you're going around doing the tutorial stuff that shows you how to do everything, Verminions isn't the way to go because it takes a really long time to do something. Chocobo breeding takes a while, but if you get up to your Pedigree 9 and like full out stats for your racing Chocobo, no, there's no dungeon to farm for MVP. But if you get a Pedigree 9 Chocobo with all its stats up, from what I was reading, you can get about 1 million MGP, or 1 million MGP an hour. Might have been 150k. But yeah, as far as farming MGP, there's no dungeon for it. Your best routes, your most efficient routes are Triple Card Triad and Chocobo Racing. But the Chocobo Racing takes more setup because you have to go through hours of ranking up a Chocobo, retiring it, breeding new ones, retiring them after you've ranked them up. Oh, is that how you get the Fenrir mount? I saw somebody with that a long time ago, like when I first started. I saw somebody with that and I was like, that looks really cool. I want to know how to get that. I didn't realize it was 1 million MGP. Well, maybe that should be a goal. Where'd you see that mount? Is that on the, is that like the normal broker in the entrance area?